Hi everybody, so today I will be sharing a mindfulness exercise with you because still people are struggling so much with the overthinking and all the thoughts and the worries, etc. And yes, I know it's not easy, so I will share this practice with you. It's something that has helped me many times in my life where I was not able to get my mind off of the negativity, but I started to embody and embrace these practices of mindfulness and start to apply that in my everyday life, in everything I do, in my entire daily rituals throughout my day, from early morning until the whole rest of the day. So I will be doing it today with a mandarin, and you can just use any kind of fruit, or apply this in anything that you have in your house and again in your rituals, but I will go deeper into that after this. So I already feel a little pointy of the mandarin coming off which I can feel the texture of. Mindfulness basically means that we are fully with our mind into that which we are doing in that moment, into that action or into that space, engaging all of our senses and not leaving anything out. So I'm engaging my visual eyesight, I'm engaging my hearing, the sounds, I'm engaging my nose, just the ability to smell, fragrance, aroma. I will be using my tasting palettes, taste, and I'm touching the texture. So engaging with all of the senses that we've been given, and that allows me to be fully into this, submerged into this. So my mind has no chance to wander off somewhere else, So I'm starting to, first I look at it, obviously. It has a beautiful color. I love the color. I can just even admire the color, and I can just, look at all the shapes and the little pointy dots in its skin. And yeah, I can just, see lines. I can see all kinds of things in this mandarin. I can see a piece of art. I can see painting. I can see, whole poetry. I can see a movie in this. I can see so much. I can see memories of my childhood in this mandarin. Yes, obviously then my mind will wander off a little bit, but at least it will be in something good, So that's the whole point of this. So I can smell it and really take in the smell. Oh, it's lovely, really. And the orange will give you also a beautiful aroma. Any kind of fruit, lemon, banana, strawberry. So this kind of fruit allows me to peel it, which I will be doing now. So I can take my time to peel it, and I feel some of the drops dropping on my legs, which feels quite nice actually. It's like raindrops. So once I start to peel, more of this aroma starts to release. And it's really, really such a delicious fragrance. Oh, it's like, having incense in your house. But this is just, like perfume. I don't know, like a bliss for your senses, for your smelling. Oh, I can't get enough of it. Instead of, I don't know, doing things that are not so good for your body, why not get high on the smell of a mandarin? That can put you in a very lovely state. It's just really delicious. And obviously now that I have the skin off, look at the peels. Even that, I can also keep engaged in that. Looking at, feeling the texture of that. And I start to feel this gratitude inside, even for something so simple that we take for granted every day. But it's just so nice. The sweetness, I can even pick out several smells. A smell of sweetness, a smell of acid, the acid in the citrus, and the texture. It feels different on the inside than it does on the outside. And then going further, I can see the many parts it consists of. And I can keep studying this as far as I like, I can go into the lines. I can see how many parts are there. I can count them. I can just open it and just feel a little bit around the edges and the curves and feel how soft it is. It feels like a really soft, like baby skin, really. And then I can start to see all these tiny little petals inside and just contemplate the magnificence of how this fruit came to be, you know, coming from a seed, from a little pit. And this one has no seeds, I think. No, I don't see any seeds here, but it just came from that seed, and look at how amazing. This just grew out of, you know, something completely different. And it became this, and it's just like us as babies, you know, as a fetus or a seed there as well. Becoming this body, this presence with all these opinions and ideas. Isn't it fascinating? You know, and some of us have curly hair, some of us have straight hair. But look where this Mandarin is bringing me. And yes, there goes the mind again, you know, but it's just so inspiring. And it just, yeah, it invites, you know, the contemplation of the magnificence of our being, of our existence. Because you start to see the miracle in this and how this came to be. Let's smell some more, and then I can start to take a bite. So good. So delicious. You know, I can do this even more slowly. I can take one of it in my mouth, and then very slowly let these tiny little petals inside kind of like burst and explode when all the juices just flow on my palate through my mouth and reach all the different parts of my palate. So I can taste the sweetness, I can taste the acid, I can taste even maybe saltiness in there, and freshness. It's so good, you know. Another one. The practice it again. Oh, just the moment when the first petal explodes and this juice just starts to flow. And it was such an amazing experience. Maybe you start to laugh right now, but honestly, just, you know, when you do this, when you enjoy a fruit, a simple mandarin in this way, you can start to do this with everything in your life. And I have another one. Again, whether you're eating an orange or strawberry, avocado, mango, a whole dish of whatever, Thai food, Indonesian food, Mexican food, doesn't matter. Doesn't even have to be food. I could be brushing my hair, you know, and just feel the pointy, tippy things of the brush, you know, kind of like stroking the skin of my skull. And just feel the wood of the brush in my hand. And I can smell even the wood of the brush, you know, and I can hear the sound of the brush, like, you know, going on my skull like that. And, you know, it's like this. And with the mandarin, yes, you can also hear the sound when you peel it, you know. So there is so much that we can take out of an experience that we normally take for granted when we are in a rush off to the next, you know, like boom, 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 we just rush, eat, quick. When we pause, we slow down. I mean, even if you don't want to slow it down because you just don't have that much time, you can still be mindful in your bathroom, brushing your hair, you know. You can still be mindful in your shower, enjoying the warm water that's just splashing over your skin and just completely relaxing all your muscles, you know, the warmth, the softness of the water, you know, it's a joyful experience. And whether you're doing that or standing in your kitchen and hanging above the stove and contemplating the aromas of the food that you're cooking, you know, or really it doesn't matter what you're doing. I mean, even if you're sitting behind your desk, you smell the fragrance of the ink of the paper. You can even smell the paper, you know, feel the texture of the paper, feel the texture of your wooden desk, if it's wood, obviously, or anything, you know, when you touch the monitor, the little things on your the push buttons of your keyboard, you know, the texture. I mean, sometimes I just stroke it because it's so nice to just feel this little, you know, it's like a massage for your hands. So you can use everything in any moment to feel a sensation of joy, to feel a sensation of pleasure. You don't have to go and sit in a spa into this aromatic aromatherapy massage room, which is wonderful, definitely recommendable. But my point is that you can take that experience you have there into your everyday life, into the simplest of activities, and engage with all of your senses. Use all of your mind, your full mind. And whether you wander off a little bit to La La Land, to a day when you were a young girl or a young boy and playing with the sand and the mud, that's no big deal. That's great, you know, good memories, it's fine. As long as you feel good, as long as you have a feeling of joy, of bliss, of calmness, because that's kind of like setting, you know, the tone for the next moment or for your day, you know, and you can just ride or surf on that flow for the rest of the day and not feel so worked up when things come your way that are not very fun or not very joyous. You know, you can just make that choice. Make the choice and say, you know, I'm going to stay over here. That feels much better. I know that that's also part of a reality, but it doesn't have to be my reality in this moment. I can choose. Right now, I'm happy where I am, and I know that everything's right in this moment, okay? And I can choose to worry about that later or never, you know, and just stick to where I am right now in this moment. And then the next moment, I can choose to do the same. And another moment, I can choose it, and another, and another, and another, until it becomes my entire day. And before I know it, it's my life, you know? And then it's like, what was I ever worrying about in the first place? All right, guys. Do not make this video too long. I will end it here. I hope this is of help to you. If you have any questions about, you know, mindfulness and any type of practice or anything concerning anything, feel free to message me. You can send me a direct message. And I send you much love, much joy and bliss in your day. And if you like this video, your like button click is very much appreciated, as is your subscribing of this. And that's it. Be good, be great, be inspired. Mwah. Bye.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise.